Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
All right, everybody, welcome. Tonight we have the Orlando Magic facing off against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And for Oklahoma City, some tough breaks to start the year. They haven't been in sync. They haven't come up with the big play needed to win in certain games. They could really use a good showing here tonight to help rebuild their confidence. Kenny, every year it seems like the standings early on look very different by season's end.
Overachieving teams often start fast, and they get some effort wins. And then it kind of evens out. But, talent catches up eventually.
And overconfident teams sometimes start slow. They find out they're not as good as they thought. But once you get humbled, you tend to play with a higher sense of urgency.
Great basketball philosophy from the Diesel and the Jet.
I appreciate that.
Just humbled to be in between you two guys.
As long as you're not overachieving, because you'll be confident.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Orlando Magic as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Bucks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And looking at Orlando, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move is so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ross in at the 3. And for Oklahoma City, we've got Paul. Gallinari is out there with Nerlens Noel. And then there's Steven Adams, and it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the 2 guard. Now here's Paul. Rebounded by Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Pass to Augustine. Ross with a wide open look. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Pass to Adams. And Gordon over to help. Adams down low. Vucevic defending. Adams' shot is good.
Many players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the NBA. Boy, tough to corral when he's looking to score.
Now here's Fournier. 14 points from him the last game against Denver.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Here's Paul following the bucket by Orlando. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by the Magic. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
Well, Greg, I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball too critical in today's NBA.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Magic knocking down the tray. From deep, Gallinari. Up again. Can't hit that one. So Orlando will take it the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Augustine looking around. It's Fournier on the wing. Takes the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Fournier, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Adams outside. Ball's knocked loose. Fournier with the ball, now guarded by Gallinari. And the jam by Ross.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Paul finds Noel. Ross against Gallinari. They need this one, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now, on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
Well, a mixed bag last year, guys, right? For the Thunder, had some stretches where they looked really strong and some stretches where they really floundered. And ultimately, they go out in the first round to the Portland Trailblazers.
Gallinari hits them both. And Doris, the Thunder, a number 6 seed in the West, once again can't get out of the first round.
Yeah, Kevin, that's 3 straight seasons. And you feel like they are this close to taking that next step, but things fall apart at the wrong time. What happens next?
Now here's Gordon. 17 points for him last game against Denver. And the rejection by Noel.
Aaron Gordon is a tremendous athlete, and if he gets you off your feet with a pump fake, turn the lights out.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Free throw good from Gordon. And all-star ambitions for sure for Aaron Gordon. Shooting for all defense, too. Doris, how does he get there?
I think he has the ability, Kevin. He has improved as a scorer, particularly at the free throw line. And for a player with his burst, he should live at the free throw line. There is so much to like about Aaron Gordon's game.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. And it's Noel missing. Orlando leading by 9. Outside Gordon. It's stolen by Adams. Paul outside. And there's the pass to Noel. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Steven Adams.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Thunder trailing by 9. Pass to Noel. Gallinari outside. Off target from three-point range. Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. No good from Ross.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
The shot by Paul, no good. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 15-6 run. And Ross with the slam.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans. To the paint. And slam dunk by Noel.
And you gotta love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Augustine with it. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Fournier's shot is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. 6-point game. Pass to Ross. Outside Gordon. Over Noel. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist from Ross. Gordon's got 5 now.
Well, the rise and fire from Aaron Gordon in the mid-range, it's almost unguardable at this point.
Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Paul kicks to Adams. Gallinari on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. Noel in the corner. Launches a 3. It's not going to go for him.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Now here's Vucevic. Over Noel. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, a rock-solid 79%.
The first one falls.
And the coaching carousel in Orlando for a few years has now become a point of stability.
Greg, there is no doubt Steve Clifford has done an amazing job in such a very short window of time. And that's after overcoming his own individual health concerns that forced him to take a 21-game leave of absence. What an incredible turnaround for the team and for Cliff himself.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
And 2019, Nikola Vucevic becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Now Schroeder, an 11-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Shoots it up. Nice form on the 20-footer. And a big new contract for Vucevic, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vucevic, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
You know, typically when you go that hard to the rack, you can make a living at the charity stripe, and that's exactly what happened.
So it's Orlando now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Back to Fultz. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Magic lead by 10.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Schroeder. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Ferguson for three, and Bamba pulls it down.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the three.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Ken Burge is checked in for Orlando. Poked away and stolen by Robertson. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Tries again. Bamba with the block.
Well, this is one of Bamba's big-time strengths. Send it back, Mo.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Schroeder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Doris, even though Schroeder changed roles when he was traded from Atlanta to the Thunder, he has embraced his new team.
A lot of people wondered, would Schroeder be willing to go to the bench and accept that role? He proved he was more than capable. And no longer having to act as a leader on a team, I think for Schroeder, he just enjoys going out and competing on a team with high aspirations. It's been a good fit.
That's good from Schroeder. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. Magic leading by 10. Here's Augustine. 5 points in the game. Back to Aminu. Orlando moving the ball around. Augustine, that's good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Oklahoma City's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Here's Schroeder. And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
For a guy who's a little bit smaller at the guard position, Schroeder is fearless. I think he likes contact.
Fultz looking around, out left to the wing. And Augustine kicks to Fultz. Off target with his three. Thunder trailing by 10. Stolen by Bamba. It's 2-on-1. Pulls up for three. Here's Birch. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Schroeder after the Magic pick up 2. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got 8 points.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Augustine against Schroeder, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. He's looking for Muscala and finds him. Back to Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Ferguson for 3, and that one is off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Inside, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Thunder trailing by 12. Schroeder dishes to Muscala. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Augustine kicks to Aminu. Second chance shot. Now the pass to Fultz. Here's Birch. He's guarded by Schroeder. Birch the pass to Aminu. No good on the triple. Here's Robertson. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Orlando Magic enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul. And Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade have all really got really close. And that stems from the time with the Olympics, USA teams, and then just sharing a lot of the same likes and values and having kids and family and different things like that.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Ferguson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Andre Robertson. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Moreland in at the power forward position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the Magic broke a 6-season playoff drought. Nick Vucevic was the franchise's first All-Star in 7 seasons. It's been a long rebuild from the Dwight Howard era. We'll see where the team goes from here, but Kevin, they're happy to just be playing games that matter night in and night out.
All right, thank you very much, David. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Ferguson. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Schroeder against Augustine. Pass to Robertson. 2 on the clock. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The shot by Birch, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. To the paint. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
We are talking about a very solid passer at his position. Schroeder identifying an open teammate. Boy, guys, you think about the turnaround in Orlando last season. One of the big parts of that turnaround, obviously, was the great production they got out of the center position.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder, how he performed last season. Averaged 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Doors for the Magic last year. Vucevic putting up career numbers.
Boy, Kev, he was dynamite. Averaged over 20 points a game for the first time in his career, and he combined that with 12 rebounds. Consider that came after this organization drafted a center in the lottery, Mo Bamba. So what's the future for those two? Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Gallinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Robertson. And the free throw, no good. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Schroeder.
Boy, not many players in the league who are going to be faster than Dennis Schroeder in the open floor.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. Right side, Gordon. Shoots over Adams, and that one hits back iron.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Bamba with the block. Gordon up on top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Isaac with the ball. Gallinari on him. Yes, that goes in. Isaac's got his first bucket of the night.
And this is an area that Jonathan Isaac continues to work on. Key is being aggressive and finish.
Adams outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a piece of it. Now here's Ross. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, there's a little bit of leaping ability and much anticipation on the alley-oop. Jonathan Isaac, salute.
Thunder trailing by 12. Now here's Schroeder. 14 points for him. Here's Gallinari. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. And the shot is good.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it? Never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
Fultz with the ball. He's got 6. At the elbow, it's Bamba. And good that time. And the Magic lead by 12.
Zero hesitation, guys. You just marvel at centers like Mo Bamba. The ability to knock down jumper after jumper.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Gordon. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brooke Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Thunder trailing by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
This one for three. They get it again. Goes back up. Bamba with the block. Fournier with the ball. Now guarded by Gallinari. And that one, good.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Evan Fournier. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Gallinari. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Schroeder outside, just 3 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Adams, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Now here's Fournier. Ross on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Vucevic. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And Noel throws it down.
And that's an example of his athleticism, right? Nerlens Noel, the ability to leap up and ram it home.
Passes it to Ross. The 10-footer. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, what an excellent finish by Terrence Ross. The defense giving him a very hard time, but he was determined.
Schroeder passes to Gallinari. It's Noel, high post. He's against Bamba. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari wide open. Misses the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Fournier's got 6 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The pass to Adams. Gallinari on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Thunder trailing by 20. Now Schroeder, 14 points for him. Gallinari on the wing. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
They need this, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Pass to Ross. The dish to Bamba. Noel against Vucevic. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer, great size, great touch.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. The Magic also changing it up. Ken Burks is checked in for Bamba. And it's Aminu in for Aaron Gordon. Here's Ferguson. Pass to Paul.
Switch.
6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post. Here's Moreland. Vucevic with the block.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
The Magic leading by 20. And here is Ross. 13 points in the game. It's Fournier on the wing. To the wing on the left. Clock at 4. Birch kicks to Fournier. But they'll get another chance. Another shot. The shot by Birch, no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
All up top. The floater, and the layup is good. Paul's got 5 now.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Fournier against Paul. 1:16 left in the first half. Here's Fournier. Paul with the defensive effort.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Orlando leading by 18. Here is Ross. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
And the foul on Kem Birch. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams comes in for Mike Muscala. And Nerlens Noel subbed in for Eric Moreland. And for the Thunder, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Ball against Ross. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Ross. He's got 13. Here's Aminu. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Noel's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Vucevic with the block. And Aminu kicks to Fournier. They could use a bucket, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And this is where Terrence Ross turns himself into a weapon, drawing these fouls, getting to the free throw line. He is such an excellent free throw shooter.
It's his first trip to the line.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here now the Thunder. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack. And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh. Gut check time, Ernie.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
Well, you think about the solid first year Steve Clifford had coaching the Orlando Magic. This team had a solid season with a great leap on the defensive end of the floor. Clifford once again showing he is a great defensive mind in the NBA coaching ranks.
So on the floor for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ross in at the small forward position. Here's Gordon. Gallinari making his last shot. Ross finds Vucevic. The fader. Count that one. Vucevic has got 6 points. And with Clifford and the defense, he's excelled in that area his whole career.
Well, think back at both stops in Charlotte and Orlando. His teams have been really solid on the defensive end of the floor. They limit turnovers and second chance points, get back in transition, build the wall. It's becoming his calling card as a coach, guys.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And oozing with confidence right now. Paul makes plays off the bounce that others can't.
Augustine against Paul. Augustine passes to Vucevic. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They get the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the anticipations from Mr. Noel? Okay, lights out.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Fournier for 3. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Thunder trailing by 16. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul.
You love to see Terrence Ross on the attack, Kevin. This guy moves well. He's got a tremendous vertical. No reason he shouldn't get to the line.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 9. Kicks it to Ross. Shot clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, the defender all over him. Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick and Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. Augustine, no luck. And now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Good on the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Fultz. Gordon finds Augustine. Crafty move. And the rejection by Noel.
This is a staple of his game. Nerlens Noel sends it back.
And it's Gallinari missing.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Banked in off the glass. Gallinari's got 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Fultz. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
In that matchup against the Bucks, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in.
Well, think back to the 2017 draft, guys. Some were surprised to see Markelle Fultz be the first pick. And when you think back on that draft, there's certainly a lot of what-ifs.
Here are the Magic now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Augustine. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 13. And Adams now top of the key. And it's Schroeder missing. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Fultz, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The Thunder have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Schroeder passes to Adams. Stolen by Bamba.
And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And so here is Oklahoma City. 15-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 points for him. Isaac kicks to Gordon. Over Noel, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, if you're not guarding Aaron Gordon tight and getting into his space, he is going to burn you in catch-and-shoot situations.
Oklahoma City shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. Kept alive, but they recover it. Here's Adams. They shoot again. He dishes it to Noel, and the shot goes down. Noel's got 14 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Passes to Fultz. Back to Augustine. That one wide left.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. And that'll be his third foul so far. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And a switcher also for Orlando. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Now, here is Gallinari. Back to Adams. Over Bamba. They get it back.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Aminu slams it in.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Thunder trailing by 17. Gallinari outside. There's the pass to Adams. He kicks it to Schroeder. Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Well, simply put it in the vicinity of Steven Adams, and his great hands makes that dunk look easy.
Schroeder against Augustine. Now Isaac down low. Gallinari with the steal. Pass to Schroeder. With the floater. Bamba with the block. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in. Ken Burge is checked in for the Magic. Here's Robertson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And last season, Andre Robertson missing so much time due to injury. Think back in his career, he's been a pivotal piece for the Thunder for so long. His absence was clearly felt.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And with Robertson, you're missing his versatility on the defensive end.
It's no secret that he is out there due to his incredible defense. This guy can guard forwards, he can guard guards, and his reach is so important to this defensive scheme.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 14. Adams, the pass to Gallinari. And a miss there on the triple.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Pass to Augustine. Back to Aminu. Here's Birch. No one near him. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's Schroeder. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Magic leading by 15. To the middle. Bamba inside. Gallinari on him. Bamba's shot is off. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And that one's on target from the wing. Fournier's got 8.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Here's Schroeder. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Birch. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Passes it to Adams. Back to Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. No good with the triple.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
Fournier into the lane.
Well, exceptional at giving you that extra burst necessary on the drive. That's pretty.
And here's Schroeder. 14 points for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Greg, last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6th-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
That's good from Schroeder.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Augustine. Schroeder hits them both.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Fournier's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 19. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Thunder have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. He's off on the first.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating.
He's off on the second. And for the Thunder defense, Doris, it starts with their rebound.
Well, you have to begin with their strong interior defense. That lets their wings get out and pressure and take some chances. Defense has turned into a pillar for this team.
For Orlando, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Paul's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. And so Fournier nails both of them.
You get a little glimpse into the mindset of Evan Fournier. This guy will do whatever it takes to win.
Paul against Ross. Paul passes to Adams. Bamba with the block.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Fournier finds Bamba. Out to the right wing. It's Fournier on the wing. Over Robertson. Bamba inside. Adams defending. He gets it in there. Birch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the pass to Robertson. 26 seconds left in the third. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ferguson. But they get it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Second shot opportunity. It's off. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Orlando out in front, running away with it. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Andre Robertson out there with Paul, and it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. With the tip. Magic leading by 23. Here is Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Ross. Adams, some nice D. Gallinari down low. Paul, no one around him. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Well, great decision to kick it out. Trust that your teammate will knock down the shot.
Pass to Vucevic. Unloads. Wow, way off on that.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
They get it back. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Steven Adams crashes the glass as well as anyone in the NBA. So skilled at knowing where those misses will come off.
Noel's checked in for Ferguson. Gordon's checked in for Orlando. The throw good, Adams. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 5. Over Ross. The Thunder with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
A floater falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
What a savvy move by Terrence Ross. And the floater, you've got to have such a terrific feel. What about the soft touch of that young man? Nice.
Thunder trailing by 20. Paul with the ball. Dishes it to Gallinari. Replay is always a good topic to talk about. Any changes, Doris, you'd like to see in the system or in the process?
Well, one of the beautiful things you have in the league is the opportunity in both Summer League and then also in your development league is the opportunity to put things in place. For instance, a coach's challenge has been experimented with at both of those different levels. And now the coach's challenge will be adopted and employed in the NBA. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And stolen by Robertson. Noel with it. Defended now by Fournier. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
It's Fournier on the wing. Fires from deep. Here's Aminu. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Oklahoma City. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Back to Vucevic. It's stolen by Adams. Ball against Fournier. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. Fournier against Paul. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Magic leading by 18. The pass to Vucevic. Back to Ross. Adams, some nice D. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Terrence Ross. For Orlando, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. A baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Now, here's Aminu. The Magic again can't hit.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Took him no time at all on that one.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Orlando leading by 11. Poked loose. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. And slam dunk by Noel.
Okay, I've loved the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Gordon. Orlando's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Augustine dishes to Fournier. No good on that one.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Paul's shot is off. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Aminu, the pass to Fournier. Back to Aminu. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Really left alone that time.
And he has started to turn it on now after that slow start.
Magic leading by 9. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And so here is Oklahoma City. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now Noel. Pass to Paul. The 3. The offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Gallinari.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. And the Magic, one of those franchises that's still looking for its first title.
And Greg, they've been to the NBA Finals twice, but boy, did they run up against 2 of the all-time great individual closers in history. 1995, Hakeem Olajuwon says no to the Magic. 2009, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, says, no, sir, I'm getting another championship.
The Magic making a switch here. Losses checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside Fournier. Kicks it out to Gordon. Wide open look. That shot no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. The feed to Gallinari. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Magic leading by 4. And here's Augustine. He feeds it to Vucevic. That one's not going to go. Paul looking around. Stolen by Gordon. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Vucevic down low. Adams on him. Augustine passes to Fournier. Now Vucevic. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's Vucevic missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Outside Gordon. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Adams outside. Gallinari against Ross. Gallinari down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City the rebound.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Now here is Augustine. Kicks it to Gordon. From downtown, the rebound by Steven Adams. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Noel. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Orlando leading. Here's Gordon. And Adams sends it back.
Boy, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
Augustine against Paul. Pass to Adams. Over Ross. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
Wow, Steven Adams continuing to evolve. How about the clutch delivery?
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. No good on the shot. And the Thunder going the other way now. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his third foul of the game. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Paul against Augustine to take the lead. And it's Paul missing. Orlando's gone ice cold from three-point land. 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Basket good.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
Big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
Thunder trailing by 3. There's 1:26 left here in the fourth quarter. That shot off the mark. Gordon with the defensive effort. Now here's Fournier. He's covered closely. Gordon finds Augustine. To the paint, just 5 on the clock. Gordon, the pass to Augustine. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Adams, some nice D. And here now the Thunder.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, Greg. Not at this point in the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Money!
Vucevic so confident in himself, and his teammates come along with him.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 9 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Mohamed Bamba.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck
A bunch of hard work and a whole lot of talent.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
Here's Adams. Shot is good. But oh, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And the last shot is going to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets overturned, which would end the game. However, if it is ruled good, we'll be heading to overtime.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
The officials are confirming the call. The basket does count. And we are heading for overtime. Boy, oh boy, Greg, was that ever close.
Kevin, it really was. I got to admit, I didn't think he got it off in time, but the replay clearly showed the officials had it right. Very fitting that we're going to overtime.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. It'll be the Thunder off the tip, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ross in at the 3 slot. Gallinari on the wing, defended by Gordon. Gallinari passes to Adams, feeds it to Noel. That's another rebound. This kind of effort is amazing.
And he will not be denied. And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
That one falls.
So good at keeping his balance. Evan Fournier's ability to stay composed and find a way to capitalize, nicely done.
It's a nice pass in by Oklahoma City here. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And that one falls for Paul.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
Here's Gordon. Now here is Augustine. 6 on the shot clock. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Fournier.
Well, the body of Evan Fournier comes into play in these difficult finishes. That's really nice.
There's Gallinari with the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Down low, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Inside, here's Paul. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They lead by 1. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 23.
And guys, when Paul kicks it up a notch, it's thrilling to watch. Always in attack mode. Great at looking for his shot and making the D pay.
Outside Fournier. He kicks it to Gordon. Over Noel. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. And what an exciting game here with 3 minutes played so far in overtime. Paul for 3.
What you lack maybe in mobility, you've got to make up for it with anticipation. Nikola Vucevic, nice job.
Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 18 points for Evan Fournier. The Thunder have gotten off to a 4-for-8 start from the field in overtime. Augustine against Paul. The 19-foot shot grabs the rebound again.
And he's just eating glass right now.
Greg, 30 rebounds in this one. The drive by Gordon. Shoots over Adams. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 1.
Wow. Evan Fournier, calm in the face of the storm. Big-time shot.
Here's the lob to the hoop. And Noel throws it down.
Kev, Noel won't back away from these big-time moments. He's saying, this is my time.
Augustine against Paul. Augustine passes to Vucevic. To the inside. Gordon kicks to Fournier. A fresh 14 for Orlando. Back to Gordon. Passes it to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. Over Adams. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot. Offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 2. 50 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, Paul. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Paul against Augustine. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Money!
Well, this game separates the men from the boys. Aaron Gordon, big-time delivery.
Now Paul.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. There's 25 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander with the teardrop, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And guys, what you love about DJ Augustine is the leadership he provides to the young guys. They'll lean on him for advice, for knowledge, for sets. This guy is just a key cog.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Augustine against Paul. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.